Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Vijay Karya. I happen to be the chairman and managing director of Raveen Cables Limited, manufacturer of power cables in India. I also happen to represent the cable division of IMA as the chairman of the division, and therefore I raised a point very close to my heart, where always we find that we use all our resources, we use a lot of energy in trying to get the aesthetics right, in getting the final product right, but the conduit of it is many a time suspect. And since people of the transportation sector are there, since a lot of eminent people are there on the dais, I would like to make a very small point that imagine you're driving your car. What happens if your car, the petrol or the diesel pipe is leaking? One of the best ways to check or reduce your energy losses is actually to check your conduit. In India, we are facing a lot of energy losses. I think the average is maybe about 34%. In some of the cases, in some of the states, it goes as high as 50% plus. So the easiest way and the greenest way to green power is conservation. We have seen enough of statistics, very good discussions throughout the day from various people. And now I think we are also coming to the process of a dream or desire to build or at least leave behind as a legacy a more greener, a more sustainable habitat for the future generations. And very quickly, we would have to come up to a design. One of the ways of designing this would be through mass education, through a lot of emphasis on teaching children at their school, college, at their grassroots levels, the benefits of saving energy, the green effect has to be imbibed into the minds of the children, because at an early stage, once they imbibe that in their mind, it will stay with them throughout their lives. I would very strongly suggest that industry, as well as stakeholders, as well as today we've got people from various segments of the industry, I would request them to please consider some means to motivate, to awaken people, and that can only happen through example. So let's save whatever we can for a sustainable and better habitat for the future. Thank you very much.
Very good evening to everybody. For those who does not know who GTZ is a German technical corporation, and we are working on behalf of the German government on development cooperation, especially in the energy sector here in India. Coming to energy efficiency and what does it mean for us, and especially here under Indian conditions. We had been working for the last years on mapping and benchmarking power points in India, and we had been concentrating mainly on the coal-fired thermal power plant, which are owned by the Union states. And we find that the losses there in the power plants are sometimes incredible. They are really incredible. The potential for saving energy there, and of course on getting down the energy prices as well. We are working this to do something on the CDM mechanism as well, but this is not easy. But the potential as well might be around about 6,000 megawatt to be saved, summing up to 100 million tons of CO2 per year. So there is a lot we can do, and the upcoming new scheme for PET, Perform, Achieve and Trade, will give us another means to increase the efficiency in the industry. We are working with more than 700 companies all over India to increase energy efficiency, and we are trying to get new technologies from all over the world into India to make it public, to train the people to use it, and empowering something like the Bureau of Energy Efficiency to facilitate energy efficiency. This was really a major cut. And if you look what we are doing there together with them, we just, by end of April, we got the registration for the first Indian and the world's biggest program of activities on CDM together with BEE. And there is a saving potential of up to 6,000 megawatt electricity. So 6,000 megawatt, you can just simply imagine what does it mean. Very shortly, we are now working on a similar scheme for the agricultural pump set, the water and electricity used for irrigation. What happens there? Nobody of the farmer is paying for the electricity he's using, so what he is looking for a pump set, the cheapest one he could get. So he used, again, the most inefficient pump set he can get on the market because he don't care about the electricity at all. So the potential there is huge, and if you imagine that the agricultural sector contributes to more than 20% of the electricity demand in India, you can imagine to what amount you can save energy there.
So you mentioned about the high energy efficient pumps. They are not within the reach of the farmers. If one want to buy, they are not available in the interiors. Moreover, they should be subsidized. They're very costly. People are not affording. That's why they go for the local and their replacement also.
Pump sets up to a star rating to 5-star are available in the market, but if you ask the companies who are making them, they don't find the market because the farmer is looking for the cheaper ones. So the difference is as well can be tackled by CDM, as you can get the difference financed by selling the saved CO2 emissions by using more efficient pumps. Another issue is, of course, and I think Dr. Roy can tell a lot about this, is the ESCO mode. Why not just partner between the DISCOM and an ESCO to go for the change, to let the ESCOM invest in new, more efficient pump sets and be paid by the saving of the electricity.
This brings us to the end of our fourth session.